So today I woke up to the lovely little surprise of my mom making us pancakes. I believe these are buckwheat pancakes, and they are absolutely scrumptious. I have not had pancakes in a while just because they're not something I usually make for myself, so what a lovely little treat. And I feel like it goes along with the theme of today because I decided that I kind of want to go on a little solo adventure, just kind of take myself on a date. I did something similar a few weeks ago, or last week or something, where I rode my bike to different places, and it was absolutely lovely. So I figured I would take you guys along, and we can just enjoy some of our own company and really treat ourselves well, because I think it's lovely to spend some time with yourself, intentionally. So I'm excited. Absolutely scrumptious. Scrumptious, I must say. So for today's outing, I figure it is only fitting if the fit is something that I love to dress in, that I feel really comfortable in. So if you know me, this should come as no surprise, but I will be wearing one of my favorite shirts with a pair of shorts. It's not that hot out today, so I should be all good in terms of that. And I'm gonna get ready and try to get cute for myself, which is honestly my favorite kind of getting ready. Just because, you know, when you feel good for yourself, when you feel like you look good, when you feel comfortable in yourself, that's just such a great way to have a good day. It's not in a superficial way either, just when you feel comfortable with yourself. So let's do that. For anyone curious, this top is an old Brandy Melville that I thrifted from Depop like last year. And the shorts are some Levi's ribcage that I bought during my AP Gov class. That's funny. I just put on some blush and some bronzer and a little bit of highlight. And I'm just gonna finish it off with some mascara. I'm gonna use the viewfinder. All right, and I'm gonna put on some of my favorite earrings, which are the En Route and Best Dressed ones. Why did I say en route like that? Nothing like some nice little dangly earrings to set the mood, am I right? So today the whole plan is to ride my bike throughout like uptownish area of Minneapolis. And I did something similar, like I said, a few weeks ago, and it was so much fun. And I also just got a bike basket and I really want to use it today, so I'm very excited about that. Maybe I'll get a bite to eat and then eat it in a park or by the lake or something like that and just enjoy the outside. I wish the weather was a little bit sunnier. It's still hazy from the wildfires, but it's cleared up a little bit. But yes, that's the plan. I would just also like to state publicly, for myself as well as your own, that I'm allowing myself to spend money, like if I go to a bookstore or something. I do have tip money and like cash that I think would be good to use, but I usually don't spend money on myself, so I'm making a point of treating myself that way. Alright, let's Let's see if I can figure this out. Get the bike.
Lightning-stricken cactus and it starts to rain. The smell of steamed asphalt scented Novocaine. Nature's brew of all kinds of things. The mountain sunk hills, sky color schemes. Makes you forget about all types of things. You remind me of the Arizona thunder. Satisfy the times and make you wonder about the bigger picture in your life.
I parked my bike a little further from like the busy street just for safety. I just feel like better like having it there. Also like less eyes on me.
The simple times in the Arizona thunder. The Arizona thunder tonight. Endless roads to the horizon. Past the oasis, it's all behind you. Mirage of agua, the stars above you. The creature's days, two nocturnal days. Makes you forget about all types of things. You remind me of the Arizona thunder. Satisfy the times and make you wonder about the bigger picture in your life. The simple times in the Arizona thunder. The Arizona thunder tonight.
We're almost there, guys. My favorite type of NC is latency.
You remind me of the Arizona thunder. Satisfy the times and make you wonder about the bigger picture in your life. The simple times in the Arizona thunder. The Arizona thunder tonight.
So I bought that book about being a tourist at home, and now I'm gonna go and get some lunch. And funny story, I actually ended up running into my family, like my parents and my brother, in the bookshop. So much for being a solo adventure. Yeah, but they're still there. I left them, so I'm gonna get lunch. But that was just kind of a funny coincidence. To tuck in for lunch, but I just wanted to show you the book I got, which is called The Art of Being a Tourist at Home. And I saw it last time I was at Majors in Quinn, and I thought it was really interesting because I absolutely love travel. It's something it's one of the main things I want to do when I'm older. It's one of the main things I want to do maybe as a career throughout my life and all that. And I was also looking at a book called the Sustainable Travel Handbook, which I think I'm going to get eventually. But I figured the most sustainable way to travel, first off, is just by being at home, by taking staycations. And I want to get better at like romanticizing where I live right now, rather than always just wanting to be somewhere else. And I think it's kind of applicable to what I'm doing right now. I'm sort of exploring my area, exploring Minneapolis. So yeah. So I don't think anyone who knows me is actually surprised, but for lunch I got the Athena plate, which is like kind of Greek flavors. It actually has shrimp, which is kind of cool. But I'm hungry now. Biking kind of gave me an appetite, so I'm about to enjoy that meal in the hammock. This is an interesting angle. So this salad, or bowl really, quite literally became tossed up on my ride over here. I put it in the bike basket, and while I was going, it was like hopping up and down. But it's meant to be mixed together. A big theme of today, and kind of going on this whole solo adventure, is the idea of being alone and being with your own company. And to be honest, being alone is something I've never really had a problem with. I've always kind of had my room as my oasis, and I like having alone time mixed with being social. And I definitely think that there is a meaningful difference between being alone and being lonely, because you can definitely be lonely with other people, but you don't have to be lonely while being alone. And I think kind of making peace with yourself and being alone can kind of help make us feel less lonely in general. And what's kind of interesting is, so I'm entering college within the coming month, which is kind of crazy. And I got my room assignment a few days ago for dorms, and I just decided to go with the random roommate assignment rather than like finding someone. And I was actually assigned a single room, which I was not expecting at all. So just getting used to myself is something I'm gonna have to get used to. I did not mean to zoom in. So I'm now on my way home, and yeah, just gonna get back on the bike trail, and that was so relaxing. I honestly just kind of ended up just chilling for a while, just strolling through the grounds, not even taking footage, but I'm really glad I did that. Alright, I'm back home, and I genuinely had such a lovely time. I was riding home, and there are really so many like intangible moments that you can't really capture on camera, so I didn't want to stress myself out by trying to capture those. As I was riding my bike home, the golden light was kind of glimmering on the water and just kind of painting the tips of the trees. And it was just so beautiful, and I was so happy that I let myself experience that just alone without having to abide by anyone else's agenda or time. And I really recommend you do the same. And okay, ironically, I actually have plans tonight that I have to get going for. But I'm really glad I took the time to make some plans for myself. And I'm just so grateful for everything. One thing I also liked about this was that this was kind of a sustainable way to travel or go on an adventure, if you will, because riding my bike, just being in a hammock, being in nature, it's just a way to appreciate the environment and be a bit more sustainable. Obviously I got takeout food for lunch, so I could have just made my own. But the point is, it's just finding little ways to enjoy just where you are, whilst kind of still trying to be conscious of your footprint, if that makes sense, can just really make a big difference. And I really recommend that you do the same. Thank you so much for sticking by, and I'm a little bit tired, but till next time.